Now, so for this topic, okay, or this lesson, we are going to look into some of the notes, some of the science contents, because you need this for your worksheet also, right? So now, take a look here, the environment, okay? You must know what's the environment made of that is so unique, that is so good for us to live in. Okay, so you must know wherever the living things are staying in, their environment provide them, okay, with certain factors that help them to thrive in that place. So they can actually live there, they can reproduce, okay? Yeah, so it must meet the needs of the living things. And it consists of both living and living things, we know, right? Yeah. So what are the factors that are important? One is light.
Water.
Water. Okay, air, food, water are the basics. We know, right? So you have air here. Okay, let's just take the pen. Okay, we have air, we have water, we have food. What else is important? Light. Okay, without light, a lot of things can't happen. We can't do things well. We can't see. Then plants cannot photosynthesize. You agree?
Yeah, then there's actually basically no air.
Yellow. There'll be no air, there'll be no food also. Okay, because this topic is about how the plants are important as well. Okay, then next thing, you need to know temperature. Why is temperature a factor that we consider?
Oh, because they can freeze to death if it is not warm enough.
Yeah.
Some of the
organisms. Correct. Not every living thing can actually live under extreme conditions. Yes or no? So the temperature must be right. If it's not right, we can either get dehydrated, heat stroke, and then we will die. Or if it's too cold, same thing can happen. We will freeze to death, like you said. Okay, we lose so much energy. We cannot conserve the heat in us. We will eventually die under harsh condition. Now, other kinds of living things are also important. Okay, one thing we need to take note of will be decomposers. I think this term you have not really come across it.
I actually have.
You did good.
Yeah, they're basically like fungi or those.
They help to break down. They help to break down the
like a rotting log.
Yes, the dead matter, right? Break them down such that they are converted into like fertilizers also.
Like let's say my dead skin.
Huh?
Dead skin also. Sometimes.
Dead skin, yes, that's right.
Oh, and also when you get a frostbite. When you get a frostbite, sometimes there's a lot of decomposers on it.
Who's it?
Yeah, I think there are all those worms, all those diseases.
Frostbites. I mean, any wound that is not tended to properly can actually have worms,
Yeah, I know.
I have seen some videos where, people have injuries and then they don't look after well. Okay, they come into contact with like dirt, okay, all the time. And then it's like there are worms in their wounds. So scary. Okay, now certain terms, Tommy, you need to know. Yashika as well, Yashika. So these are the certain terms that are important. Organism. How do you define organism? Okay, living thing can be microorganism, can be plant, can be animal, can be fungus, right?
Okay,
we are classified under animals also.
Oh yeah.
True. So population. What's the meaning of population? Population is formed when many different organisms, okay, of the same kind live together.
Oh, yes,
okay. So many organisms of the same kind live together and reproduce in a particular place. So a population includes the young, the adults of an organism at any stage of their life cycle. So I can talk about like maybe the frog. Yeah, the frog. What are the adults and what are the young? Okay, tadpoles, right? You know there are tadpoles and then
the eggs.
There are the eggs, and then the adult frog. So this is actually the frog population. You understand? Okay, so like chickens, if you're talking about the chicken population, you have chicks, you have eggs also, then you have chicken. You have the hen, you have the rooster. They form the chicken population. Clear? Then what is population size? It's just telling you how many of the organism in that particular population. Hey, no. Can you remove that?
Right.
Okay,
Also.
that is dead meat, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I like to eat frog. So yeah.
I see. Okay. Habitat. What is the meaning of habitat? It is the place where organisms live, grow, and reproduce. So, okay, the habitat is just like the environment, right? I mentioned earlier, it needs to actually provide organism with what they need to survive. And that includes like shelter, the space. Okay, one habitat might be suitable for a certain organism, but this habitat probably is not suitable for another one. You agree? Like the polar bear. Polar bear, do you think they can actually come to Singapore and make Singapore its habitat?
Nope.
Why not?
It'll be too warm.
It's too warm, that's right. And then they're going to suffer, correct?
Yeah. And I don't want them to.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, next. Community. Okay, when many different populations live together in the same habitat, right? It's actually like a community. Okay, different populations in a community depend on one another for survival. So let's look at example of community. Okay, so this example here, like the pond community, okay, those that live in the pond, on the surface of the pond and near the pond actually makes up the pond community. You know this?
Ooh.
Okay, so they are, oh, what happened?
What?
Something caused the slide to turn red at the top.
That's weird.
That's weird. Yeah, I think there's somebody like Tommy actually did something. Okay, what are the organisms found then? Like dragonflies, okay, in a pond. Okay, do you think frog can be found in the pond? Frog as well, right? Yeah, it's true. Frog also. Okay, so pond skaters, dragonflies, swans, ducks, fish, water lily, hydrilla. Okay. Back in the school I was teaching in, we even have pandan in the pond. Okay, we grow pandan in the pond.
What's a panda?
Pandan leaves.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, you smell pandan leaves before? They smell good, right? Yeah. You can check with mommy. You can check your mommy next time. Go to the supermarket, can show you the pandan leaves. Okay. Yeah. Actually, pandan.
My head now.
Sorry.
I basically have a big question mark above my head now.
Why?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
The pandan leaf, you don't know what is it?
Yeah, I think I forgot about it.
Yeah, pandan leaves is used for cooking, is used for baking. Have you eaten pandan cake before?
I have tried before.
Yashika, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Yashika. Finally, I hear your voice. Can you turn on the camera? Then I can see your face. Then I can remember you also. Hi, Yashika. Just now, I think you were being removed from the room for a while. Yeah. Okay. Is this your trial lesson, Yashika?
No, I signed up a few days ago.
You signed up a few days ago. That's good. That's good. Okay, good to have you here. Now, this class, okay, for now, today, only 2 students. So there will be a lot of interaction. It's good that you're responding. You can see that Tommy is actually responding a lot, right? Yeah, Tommy is like that. Tommy likes to contribute, and I will welcome you to join us in the conversation, okay? Don't feel shy, because the more you interact with me, the more questions you ask, the more you will learn. Is it okay? All right, so before we can start, we will need to know all these, okay? So Tommy, are you familiar with these terms? You told me that you read out on your own,
Yeah.
all right? Yeah, it's important that you know the sun is actually the main source of energy. You can take a screenshot if you want to keep this as your notes, because I made it very simple. short in point form for you to do your own revision. All right, so sun is the main source of energy for all organisms, right? Plants have chlorophyll. So the green pigment that you see in the leaves of plants are actually chlorophyll. And because of the chlorophyll, they can actually make food. And they are known as the producer.
Oh, by the way, I noticed something. The
Yeah.
top is red again.
Sorry?
The top is red again.
The top is what?
See, the top all over there is red again. Did you notice?
Yeah, I know, but I ignore. Because the more I pay attention, the more you're going to do it. I know it. Okay. Now, so producers are those that make food, and it's only plants. All right. Consumers cannot make their own food, so they eat plants or other animals or even both. So we call the plant eaters, those that just eat plants only, we call them the plant eaters. Animal eaters are those that only eat animals. And then plant and animal eaters, okay, are consumers that eat both plants and animals. So far, okay? Yeah. Okay. Now, other things you need to know will be this: predators and prey. Are y'all familiar with the terms predators and prey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yashika, you heard of it before. There is even a movie called Predator, right? Okay. Yeah. So one thing you need to know about predators and prey, you have to know that predators hunt and kill other animals for food.
I feel bad for the animals now. Actually,
Yeah,
in a way,
but-
we are predators because
But yeah, we are also predators. We go, there are a lot of human beings that go hunting, isn't it?
oh yeah, like the pigs. And I like to fuck.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
You need to know preys are only indicative of the animals. Can a plant be known as a prey?
I don't think so
You don't think so? Why?
because there are no as producers.
They are known as producer. Is that the reason? Yashika, what do you think? What do you think? Can plants be known as prey?
Actually, no, wait, maybe it is possible because some animals eat, producers. Oh, my mind is so foggy.
Yashika, I think the internet
It-
connection.
Animals eat plants, that's it.
Your internet connection is not very stable, so we cannot hear you clearly. There are glitches. Oh, you turn off the video. I think you turn off the video will be better for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think? Prey.
Plants are prey because some animals are herbivores, so they like feed on plants.
Yeah,
So do you think plants can actually be known as prey? You think so, that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Plants are not known as prey.
knew it.
Yeah. You know why? Cannot know why? Because prey, the predator hunt down prey, right? The
Yeah.
fact that the predators need to hunt them down means the prey run away. Correct? Not?
Oh, but plants can't move, so that's why they're not prey.
No,
If you
they
can
can
find,
do.
if you can find me a plant that run away from human beings, I'll be very scared. Okay, that's not possible. So plants stay where they are. The only way they move is to, move upwards or sideways, but not from their fixed position. Agree? Wherever you plant them, they stay there. So they
Yeah.
don't run away from predators. Therefore, we don't call them prey. Okay?
Okay.
Good, good. Okay. We will have to look into food chain and food web in this lesson. Okay, so now you need to understand when, let's say, a plant is eaten by an animal and then the animal is in turn eaten by another animal, a food chain is formed. It always begins with a producer. Where's my food web? Okay, so Tommy, I'm going to get angry if you do this because I can't continue properly. Yeah, and you have to respect that we have Yashika here also. Yashika is trying to learn also. Can? Tommy? Can? Good. This is an agreement ready, Right. So it always begin with